Welcome back to the Tech Garage. Building a PC can get expensive really fast. But the question is, where can you actually save money without destroying your performance? In this video, we are going over the smartest places to cut costs when building a PC, and where you definitely should not. Everything shown is based on real-world performance and experience. Let's get into it. The first place where you can save money is the case. A lot of people overspend on expensive cases with glass panels, RGB, and premium designs. But in reality, a cheaper case can perform just as well, as long as it has decent airflow. Things like mesh front panels and included fans matter way more than how the case looks. So unless you really care about aesthetics, this is an easy place to save money. It still looks kinda clean though. Next up is the motherboard. Many people think they need a high-end motherboard for better performance, but that is not true. A more expensive motherboard usually just gives you extra features, like more USB ports, better audio, or overclocking support. But in terms of raw FPS, it makes almost no difference. As long as the motherboard supports your CPU and has the features you actually need, you can save a lot here. Yeah, this does the same thing. Another good place to save money is storage. Instead of buying a high-end SSD, you can often go with a more budget option and still get very similar performance in games. The main difference between expensive and cheaper SSDs is speed. A faster SSD will improve loading times, so your game will start quicker and maps will load faster. But when it comes to actual FPS during gameplay, the difference is usually very small. And especially in a budget build, paying extra for a high-end SSD is often not worth it. You are spending more money for slightly faster loading, but not really getting better in-game performance. So unless you really care about those faster loading times, this is a smart place to save money. Another good place to save money is the cooler. Many CPUs come with a stock cooler that is actually good enough for normal use. Unless you are overclocking or using a high-end CPU, you do not need an expensive cooler. Spending a lot on cooling might look nice, but it usually does not improve performance in games. It's not even that hot. Now let's talk about where you should not save money. The first one is the GPU. This is the most important part for gaming performance. If you cut too much budget here, your FPS will drop significantly. So if you are building a gaming PC, most of your budget should go into the graphics card. Next is the CPU. While it is not as important as the GPU for most games, going too cheap can create a bottleneck. This means your CPU cannot keep up with your GPU, limiting your performance. So it is important to find a good balance between the two. Bro, it's struggling. The power supply is another part where you should never cheap out. A low-quality power supply can cause instability, crashes, or even damage your components. It might not improve performance directly, but it is critical for the safety and reliability of your system. Yeah, I am not risking that. And finally, RAM configuration. Not just the amount, but also how it is set up. Using dual channel instead of single channel can make a noticeable difference in performance, as shown in the previous video. So even if you go with less RAM, make sure you are using 2 sticks instead of 1. Never going single channel again. So, in conclusion, there are plenty of places where you can save money when building a PC. Focus less on looks and extra features, and more on the parts that actually impact performance. That way, you get the most FPS for your budget. Those were some of the best ways to save money when building a PC. Let it be known in the comments where you would spend or save your budget. If this video helped, consider liking and subscribing to support the channel and future builds. Tech Garage out.